G'day Ipswich, Peter Robinson, 2024 mayoral candidate. Hope you've had a great week. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the eligibility criteria to nominate to be a mayor or councillor in Queensland, because it's the same legislation right across the state. Brisbane has a little bit different, but in terms of eligibility criteria, I'm pretty sure it's much the same. Anyway, getting on with it. It's roughly 9 items, and they're reasonably straightforward. At the top of the list is you have to be an Australian citizen, which is fair enough. You have to reside in the local government area. So in Ipswich we have 4 divisions, and those divisional councillors, as long as they reside in the Ipswich local government area, that's fine. They don't have to actually reside in their own division. So yes, there's no need to be in their own division as long as they're in the Ipswich local government area. Now, it must be enrolled to vote on the electoral roll. Now, this is one item and it breaks down into a few little sections which we'll touch on, but it's basically you've got to not be disqualified from being a councillor because of a conviction for the following types of offences. Firstly, treason. Unless, of course, you've been pardoned, as I understand, and then that's okay. An electoral offence, a bribery offence, an integrity offence. We go on then to be subject to other circumstances that would preclude you, and that is such as being an undischarged bankrupt, being on probation or parole, or being in prison, in fact. And then being a member of a state or federal parliament or councillor of a local government in another state. Those items will preclude you from nominating to be a mayor or councillor in a Queensland local government election. You also must pay a $250 deposit, which I believe the percentage, if you get more than 4% of the vote, they will refund that to you. And one of the other criteria is that the state government have created a 90-minute online training course. So you must have done the training course, and you have to put in your certificate number when you nominate. Otherwise, you're not eligible to nominate. Now, I completed that last night. It's not a bad course. It runs through the basic information about nominating, being a councillor, what you can do, what bits of legislation apply. What I did find interesting was a chunk of it, and I stole a snippet of the page, and I'm just going to show you that here now. If you have a look at this, it talks about, and this is what's highlighted as an important part of your role as a councillor or mayor, and that is, of course, the financial aspects of it. Financial forecasting. So recommended topics to know: financial forecasting, asset management, service planning, budgeting. There are many financial requirements under the local and City of Brisbane which you must comply. But the 90-minute training course doesn't actually cover any of those areas. It doesn't talk about forecasting, budgeting, or financial stuff. Apparently there is some training available once you're elected in those areas. But it's highlighted as a really important area, but there's no criteria in the eligibility to nominate. I just found that interesting when they then, within the 90-minute course, highlight that it's a significantly important area to understand those financial management matters. So anyway, I'd welcome your input, what your thoughts are on that. Obviously, of course, being a qualified accountant, I have a reasonable amount of experience and knowledge across those financial areas, 30 years worth, and a number of qualifications that are relevant there. So hence why I'm putting myself out there and nominating or will be nominating in the mayoral as a mayoral candidate in 2024, because I bring to the table a lot of those skills and knowledge. So, but I welcome your thoughts and input there. Obviously, we do have, or the council does have, corporate executive staff, a CEO, a CFO, CO, Chief Operating Officer perhaps, who are professionally qualified people in that. But the council employees like that, they deal with the day-to-day operational management issues, whereas as outlined in the QEC course, mandatory training, is that the mayor and the councillors are responsible for strategic planning and the budgeting. So it's a critical part of the role. So anyway, welcome your inputs and thoughts on that. Love to hear from you people if you've got thoughts or concerns. Obviously, this has been authorised by P. Robinson from 4 Merton Street, East Ipswich. That's myself. Now, I have a Facebook page. We're on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. We've just started the podcast and a web page. I would love to have you jump on board and subscribe to YouTube, jump on the web page and have a read. My history and background and connection with community and all that is on there. This is the QR code to link to my website. So I'd really, encourage you to do that. I'd encourage you to comment or put your thoughts in the posts on the various platforms, and I would really look forward to you sharing with your friends, families, liking my Facebook page particularly, and if you'd invite some friends and that along to that would be so much appreciated. Have a great afternoon, and we will talk soon.